The ABC 15 investigators exposing one Phoenix officer's questionable DUI arrest. Some of the drivers he's accused have already come forward saying they have the blood test to prove their innocence. But as ABC 15 investigator Melissa Blasius finds out, their options for justice could be limited.
I'm just happy that it's finally over.
Tasha McConnell was pulled over by two Phoenix cops 5 months ago. They accused her of running a stop sign and driving under the influence of drugs. But now the courts have dismissed her DUI charges and even the traffic violation.
They weren't able to prove that I didn't stop at the stop sign without a shadow of a doubt.
ABC 15 has been looking into the history of the main officer in McConnell's arrest, Officer David Morse, a certified drug recognition expert, a DRE. Since April 2018, he has made 56 DUI arrests, but 9 of those cases have been dropped for lack of evidence.
Blood tests showed the 9 drivers were either below the legal limit or had no detectable drugs or alcohol in their system. Even so, the man in charge of Phoenix's DRE program is vouching for Officer Morris.
I don't have concerns of things that I reviewed of David Morris. He's reached the threshold and is showing proficiency when he is allowed to conduct a DRE evaluation.
ABC 15 obtained DRE evaluation logs for Morris and 14 other Phoenix police officers through a public records request. Looking at a 1-year period, Officer Morris by far did the most exams, 18. He also had the most errors, 2 based on blood tests. Phoenix police quick to point out those tests don't catch every possible drug.
A clear tox does not necessarily exonerate a person beyond any shadow of the doubt.
What do you think about the head drug recognition expert in the city of Phoenix saying that you weren't necessarily sober that day?
That's crazy to me.
ACLU staff attorney Jared Keenan is a former public defender. He also has concerns.
The problem is telling officers that purely subjective observations should trump scientific tests,
like bloodshot, watery eyes and slurred speech.
There's no way to later objectively, know whether those things were there or whether the officer was just putting them in to justify the arrest after the fact.
Tasha believes her traffic stop never should have happened.
I believe I did stop at that stop sign. I think he was looking for somebody to pull over at that time so he could have an arrest on his numbers.
Drivers upset about a questionable DUI arrest can file a complaint with police. Beyond that, their options could be limited.
It's very difficult to sue the police if they're acting in good faith. And if these officers are being trained and told that this sort of subjective DRE recognition tests are valid, right? Arguably, they're all acting in good faith.
Officer Morris remains on the streets of North Phoenix, patrolling for DUI. I'm investigator Melissa Blasius, ABC 15 Arizona.